All right, we got Sam Clayton on the top. Is it Prowess? And we got Haven on the bottom. Amulet Titan. Not many Amulet Titan players left in contention, are there?
This is the #1 player in contention with Amulet. Haven at X and 2 is the only player at X and 2. There's a couple X2 and 1s where they have to win the next 2 rounds, and then they're probably in. Haven, she can win this round and be in that same situation, almost assuredly shake hands and be into the top 8. So, yeah, you're right. The best performing Amulet player for sure.
All right, so looks like a mulligan here. Sam patiently waiting. I just love the face cams in these really important matches.
Oh, yeah.
Seeing the humanity behind it, seeing the players, it's a lot of stress, and really you got to take that second, take that breath, really push through.
Yep, absolutely. And, this is a lot different than maybe round 1, round 2, round 3, where we see these players having a lot of fun. It's business time. Not only are these players trying to accomplish what very well could be their dream, making to the Pro Tour, making a top 8 of a big event like this, but also just playing for so much money. $20,000 is life-changing money.
Yep, absolutely. All right, see, we're seeing it again. You see that? Hold the hand, you have your thumb on the bottom, your finger on the top, kind of just flick.
Yeah.
That's kind of a tell for, it's like in poker when a player picks up their 2 hands and just cards and just holds them.
Yeah.
They're not happy with their hand.
Or they don't know, they don't play a lot of poker, because you always got to leave those cards on the table, Jim. Come on.
That is true, but, there's just these little things that players just tend to do. I do it too,
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, well, the read is correct. The hand's going back, going to 5.
This is a deck that can easily win on 5, though. Amulet mulligans quite well.
This is also a matchup where it's more about the right cards and card quantity, right? Not a lot of interaction on Sam's side.
No, not really any at all. Lava Dart to prime time 6 times? Probably not.
That's something to look forward to.
Yeah.
Dart, flashback.
Honestly, I'd love to see it.
All right, so 5 cards for Haven. She's looking for a good one. All right, taking a look. Boreal Grazer, not too shabby in this matchup.
Yeah, nice block. Be able to eat up a ton of damage if you got a slick shot going off. And we see Amulet in the front and Saga. She has prioritized, I want these cards, no matter what.
Yep.
And now it's which one of those 2 cards do we want as well. So there's no payoff right now. So this is a hand of all setup. Oh, wow. We might be at a lot less cards than 5. Are we at 3?
Oh, I agree with you. I thought that was these are the cards that definitely won.
Yes.
Oh, wow. All right.
Oh, my.
Really tough spot to be, but it will be a great story to tell when you get home.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I was playing for top 8, mulligan to 3, won anyway.
Yeah, no kidding. I mean, hey, this is the start.
Absolutely.
But yeah, I mean, it makes sense. Looking at the clock here, we're at 46 minutes, and this is our first turn. It takes a while to mulligan 4 times.
Yeah.
All
right, so we see turn 1 Saga and Amulet, which is about the ideal start possible.
Yeah.
Slick shot shell coming in for Sam.
Here comes the whole hand from Haven, it looks like. Grazer, put another Saga in hand and play Boseiju as well.
All right, so got to navigate through this on very, very low resources.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the question is, do you actually play the Grazer or not?
So why would you play it or not play it? What's the consideration here?
Just waiting until you have a bounce land. You might need that extra net 1 mana, or if you do have Amulet, a Grazer is net 3 with a bounce land. So with how little resources that Haven has, she might have to hold back here to hope to draw in her next 2 draw steps. Bounce land and Titan and go from there. It's unlikely either way, but, play to your outs.
Love it. Haven agrees. She passes the turn over Sam's way. Slick shot show off can do a lot of damage in 1 turn, as you've seen in this tournament. And Sam's gonna got that thinking face on, do a little math. All right, the dart, this, and that, the pro sugar.
Yes. And normally I would say, especially with Haven being on the play, Amulet would be a little favored here. This is one of those matchups where it's kind of 2 ships passing in the night. Both of them are turn 3 combo decks essentially. But when you mold to 3, I mean, you're never really going to be favored.
All right, so attack, lightning bolt, 1 prowess sugar. How about another? Let's see, lava dart.
Now that's the lava dart I want to see.
I agree.
That's the art right there.
All right, and it doesn't even go to the graveyard to get flashback. You got to flash it back from the graveyard, all right, not from a stack. So
I
we
like
got
it.
3 spells cast. That's 6 damage, extra damage on a Slick Shot, 3 on the Swift Spear. That's 9, 10, 11 damage.
15, right? 15 in total?
Counting the burn spells too.
Oh, you counted the
Yeah.
burn spells. Okay, yep.
Yep, so, all right, coming in. Saga goes to 3. Going to float him out on the way out. Get another amulet, and chip in a chair, looking for a prayer here for Haven.
Yeah, even with a bounce land, you just don't have the payoff, and if you draw the payoff, you don't have the bounce land. So I don't think there's one draw that gets you there, and there's not much card advantage you can get. I don't know. I guess it starts with Rumble, and you got to hit the 4 most ideal cards, and even that, I don't think there's a way.
All right, well, there is a way. Haven's going to show it to us. Whenever I see 2 amulets in play, I just assume I'm dead.
Yeah.
So now mulligan to 3 is a different story, but
Okay, Spelunking was the draw, so you can cast that, and then still the same scenario. You draw a card, you either get the bounce land or the payoff. We found the payoff, and now as long as Sam has anything,
okay.
that'll do it.
That is anything. All right, so tough game for Haven. A mulligan to 3 is the lowest mulligan we've seen in this tournament by a wide margin on camera.
Yeah.
I don't even recall a 4, at this point. So
No.
Haven's got some work to do. She's going to go to the sideboard, and let's take a look at what she's got. All right, so we see 1 Bajuka Bog, 1 Collector Oof, 3 Force of Vigor, 1 Vexing Bauble, and help me out here.
yeah. Now we're testing your memory there. There you go.
All right, the 2 Dismember, 1 Reclaimer, 1 Fire Spout, 2 Green Sun Zenith, 1 Ice Tail Explorer, 1 6, 1 Skyline Cascade. I'll look that one up. And 1 Vexing Bauble. Corey, is Skyline Cascade coming in? Yes or no? Right now, tell me.
Yes, it is absolutely coming in. All right, it ices down a creature. That's actually kind of sweet. This is the first time I am seeing this card ever, but, enters, tap, target creature an opponent controls doesn't untap during its controller's untap step. That's kind of cool. I don't know if it's coming in, if I'm being honest, but I'm bringing in Fire Sprout. I'm bringing in Dismember. Even though it deals you a lot of damage, it's still good enough. And with Haven being on the play, I think you can probably bring in a Vexing Bauble as well. Counter any baubles or flashback darts. That seems okay. Outside of that, you don't want to change too much. She just really wants to do proactive things on the play and not mulligan to 3.
Oh yes.
That's the ideal part.
That would probably help too. On Sam's side, we got 4 Consigned to Memory, 2 Murktide Region, 1 Spell Pierce, 2 Spell Snare, 1 Surgical, 4 Unholy Heat, and 1 Violent Urge.
I think I like Violent Urge, and the Consigns definitely have some text. They're pretty good. Unholy Heat used to be an answer against Amulet Titan that was pretty good, like kill the Titan in response to them giving it haste. But when now you have these Scape Shift lines where Unholy Heat doesn't interact in any way at all, the Scape Shift lines not only make removal worse, but they also make the Consigns worse. So I think I'm still bringing in the Consigns and give me that double strike Violent Urge to try to win as fast as possible.
Yeah, it's kind of weird to see a main deck card like that in the sideboard, but it speaks a lot to what kind of game is it going to be.
Yep.
If you're not killing my stuff and I got to kill you fast, there really isn't a better card to have.
Exactly. So both players are just very much minimal changes, trying to kill the opponent as fast as possible.
All right, well, they're going to sideboard again, open deck list, and of course, when you have a game like that that goes really, really fast, I think players take a little extra time to sideboard, kind of really go things over. They know they have the time. So while we have the time, we're going to thank our wonderful sponsors.
Yeah, absolutely. Wouldn't be able to do it without our fantastic sponsors here. Beckett, Dragon Shields, really supporting Paper Magic. That's what it's all about. So if you want your cards graded by Beckett, they're the best in the biz. So make sure to send some cards into them. They're sometimes at these events as well, where you can get some services here. And then Dragon Shield. I mean, Dragon Shield's one of the OGs in the business as far as sleeve companies go. High quality stuff. So I remember sleeving up my decks with Dragon Shields when I was, not old enough to drive. So that's really telling. Phenomenal selections of different colors and really great stuff. Once again, a huge shout out to our sponsors, Beckett and Dragon Shield.
There's a good chance my hatching plans were in Dragon Shield sleeves.
Yeah,
a very good chance.
I went unsleeved for mine. No, I didn't. I'm just kidding.
Mine
were in Dragon Shields too, for sure.
My respect level went up for you, and then it went back to where it was.
At the floor, where it belongs.
Wasn't gonna make it that clear. But
You keep texting me and say, hey, just so you know, Corey, my respect level for you is still low. And I'd be like, thanks, Jim. Good morning to you, too.
it's important to keep a constant tab,
Yeah. All right, I think that was a double mulligan from Sam, though. So, hey, we're keeping it fair here.
Sam still owes a few mulligans.
Yeah, no kidding.
All right, it's turn 1 Forest Amulet for Haven. Over Sam's way, we see turn 1 creature. Old classic Monasteries Disappear.
19.
Getting in for just 1. No
Yes.
bobbles, no mutagenic growths.
And a sign of strength here from Haven. She's doing a mild flex here. You see the stamp on that forest?
Oh, I saw it.
Oh, yeah. And, Jim, what does the stamp mean for anyone who's not aware?
So at all pro level events, when there's a limited format, all the cards are stamped as a way to show, hey, these cards are from this draft. Extra level of protection against, cheating at high level events to make sure things are always on the level. And for any Pro Tour player who's played a lot of Pro Tours or day 2s of major events, that's a telltale sign of oh, I know what that is.
Yeah.
I love stamped cards.
It's a sign of I've been there before.
Yep. All right, so we see a Rumble. I've been there before as well. Lots of Rumbles this weekend. Spelunking, Lotus Field, and Otawara are the options. There's your spawn token.
So Lotus Field represents Titan next turn on turn 3 already. Ooh, I don't see a Titan in hand, so Spelunking to just kind of draw a card. It was all lands in hand from Haven, and most of the time you think, oh no, that's bad. She's horrifically flooded. The lands do a lot of work here, don't get me wrong.
Yeah, you got Solaria West. You got Bajuka Bog, take care of that Lava Dart. So goodbye spawn. Float a Coalesce.
Gotta do a Surveil there.
All right. Goes to the bin, Slick Shot, Show Off. That's a pretty strong telling of Sam saying, I have enough threats, I want spells.
Yep. I want Lightning Bolts. I maybe want Consigns if you have that to be able to interact and stop her from doing as much as possible.
All right. Back Haven's way.
Get that dart out of there.
All right. Smart place to start. Play the Bog, comes in on tap thanks to Ammo to Vigor. And now it's a funny question. Sam, do you want to sack a land? You want to poke for 1 year? Sam says no.
Wouldn't recommend.
All right. Then we see Tolaria West coming in untapped.
Okay.
Just going to say go.
That is interesting because, well, that you don't have the Titan yet. You don't have that big point yet. So usually you want to keep that in hand to get the Summoner's Pact, to get the Titan, but you can always pick these lands back up.
So it doesn't have any blue yet. But if we draw a Simic Growth Chamber, put that in, but float the blue up the west, and then have double blue?
Yeah, and we're about to get a second amulet. So, I mean, if we get a Growth Chamber, you're adding 4 mana from that bounce land alone. You can bounce the T-West. You have 1 floating, 2 floating with floating the T-West. And we would still be maybe a little short of Titan on this particular turn. But, yeah, the hand is not great there from Haven.
All right, well, the question, of course, now Sam's trying to ask is, will Haven get another turn?
Yeah.
17's a lot. We've seen how explosive this prowess deck can be.
Yeah, no kidding.
All right, so Sam thinking it through, doing the math. Without Slick Shot, it's a little bit harder, but Double Strike is a very potent ability.
Yeah, 17 without Slick Shot. This feels like Sam lining up. How do I get a 2-turn lethal going?
All right, they're coming in. We got no Delirium. It's funny because the Lava Dart was Delirium too, so that was a pretty clutch Paducah Bog.
It really was.
It counts for Delirium, and of course it would be multiple prowess triggers on the turn.
Yep, totally agree.
All right.
Yuck, another land off the top. So chapter 3 on the stack, it's going to be a sad put a 2-2 into play and try to block Swiftspear, which doesn't look terrible with Sam not completely popping off,
So are you thinking that Sam's got a handful of interaction perhaps?
I guess. It's got to be consigns and stuff, right? I don't know.
I mean, no consign on the Saga trigger, so.
Or, it's 1 lightning bolt, and it's just all right, to be mana efficient, I'm just going to sack this Fiery Islet at end step to try to line up a nice little turn next turn.
All right, so second amulet. Construct in.
There is the Growth Chamber, so, I mean, the Simic Growth Chamber is 4. T-West makes it 5, so you can transmute the T-West to go get Summoner's Pact. You could Summoner's Pact for Aftermath Analyst and play that right now, but I don't love that. I think you just transmute, go get the pack, say go, hope you're alive.
Yeah, 14 with a blocker is not too bad, right?
Yeah.
All right, so Use the floating mana to layer West Coast into Transmute Zone. Going to go find any 0 mana card.
You can tell she is very fluent with her deck. Just the way she operates, very clean operating of all these untaps and taps.
Looks like Summoner's Pact there, right just off the screen is the target.
Yep.
All right, so pack to hand. And now just going to pass the turn back. Okay.
Should be good to go next turn, depending on if we do have another bounce land. Or honestly, a tapped forest. A breeding pool, for instance. An actual forest, not good, because it doesn't enter tapped.
Yep. All right. Now, Sam, you didn't have it last turn. Well, what's going on this turn? Sack the Eye end step, drew a card.
Could be all for mana efficiencies, but hey, 14 life is still a lot, especially when there's a blocker. Like, you start by bolting the construct, and then 2 more bolts to the face, let's say. Like, that's, putting Haven down to 8. That's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Like, even that is not enough. So that's 3 lightning bolts, and that is not enough here.
All right, so thinking it through. Bit of posturing here, too, I think, where, like, Haven has to think there's some interaction in Sam's hand.
Has to, yeah.
Sam didn't do anything last. He didn't even try to get Delirium, So.
Yep.
Okay. Players thinking it through. Gotta make sure that Pro Tour stamped Forest on the top of the list.
Yes, it's a flex.
Yep, love that.
Okay, there's a look at the hand. Ooh, I saw a V on a red card, so that's probably Violent Urge. That changes math.
All right, so we have a 1/1 Dragon Edge Channeler coming in. We're going to see a block on a Spear.
Okay, so DRC, if it is Violent Urge, 8 damage from DRC. Oh, it is to get rid of the construct?
All right, so cast Surveil. That instant does give Delirium, so now the Channelers are 3.
Yep. Not great.
So +1/+0 and double strike. So goodbye Construct, take 3 damage, but that is not even close to lethal.
No, so yeah, I'm thinking Sam should and better have some interaction here, but I don't even know for sure if she's got Titan lined up. That Simic Growth Chamber might have been the only bounce land.
All right.
No, there is a Crumbling Vestige. That'll do.
That's a good one. All right, so now it's time to work it through. This is where Amulet players work their magic, and my brain turns off.
But we also top-decked the ultimate... okay, maybe not. I thought that was an Aftermath Analyst, but it looks like just kind of a alt forest.
All right. Thinking it through, doing the math. Sam's sitting back, a spectator at present. I did see a blue card in hand for Sam, though.
Okay. So, I mean, it pretty much has to be Consign. You would have preordained if you missed a land drop, so...
All right, so Mirror Pool, tap, untap.
Oh, that's sick.
Oh, boy.
Spell Pierce.
Oh, man.
It's so good. That may be the best Spell Pierce. I don't know if she can pay.
So,
because if you pay, now you can't cast Titan this turn or next turn.
All right, well, she's paying. So the question now is, what are you getting? Is there a chance at a Boreal Grazer, some sort of blocker action or something?
Yeah, or Aftermath Analyst as a blocker and hope it lives, and then activate. That is a huge, huge big brain Spell Pierce there.
I do love a good Spell Pierce.
I love it. Except, did we forget to Surveil off DRC? Maybe, maybe not.
I mean, the hype of a Spell Pierce is hard to overcome.
Yeah, now we're looking between those 2 cards. It was not a choice between those 2 cards until Spell Pierce went on the stack.
Yeah, so Spell Pierce denying it 2 mana, needed to cast Titan. Putting Haven in a real pickle here.
Wow.
All right, so...
I also don't think Spell Pierce is that good in the matchup, so I don't know if I necessarily would have brought it in, but it looked great.
Looked pretty good there.
And if you can ever hit a Spelunking or something, it's awesome.
Yep. All right, so is it Analyst? Looks like Analyst to the front. Taking a look. Anything else in there that's good?
I think it's that, Grazer or Titan. Those are the only options. Maybe there's some Ice Till Explorers. That would probably be pretty nice, actually.
Ooh, Explorer would be very nice, yeah.
Yeah.
Must not be in. With a lot of lands in the graveyard.
Yeah, there's 1 in the board. There's 1/6 in the board, but Otherwise, the main deck creatures are just the 3 that I mentioned.
All right, so here's the Analyst. So ETB mills some cards. There are already a lot of good lands in the graveyard, and now there are some more.
Yep.
Just an Echoing Deep. But again, can't forget your Pact. So Haven is taking the free spell now. Got to pay the credit card bill next turn.
Yep.
4 mana, which is a lot.
Yeah, it's a harsh price, and that's the thing is Haven does not have the Titan in hand or the bounce land, so you can't top deck both of them. If Aftermath Analyst lives, there's enough that can be done that I think that Aftermath Analyst wins the game straight up because there is Teleria West in the yard, so all you got to do is be able to bounce that, then you Titan, so.
All right, the darts have begun and will continue until morale improves. All right, so I don't know if those darts were retarded. Was life going down or was it the Analyst?
It was upstairs, yep.
Okay.
So, and here's Bobble. Now the creature's flying, so if we can get this Analyst out of the way, are we doing it? Because now this Swift Spear is 4 power. That's a 3 power flyer. And I think a Lightning Bolt was surveilled to the yard, so that's telling. Maybe we just need a land to win. Who knows?
All right. Sam working it through. Don't think there's much by way of interaction on Haven's side.
Yeah, Beseiju is like the only thing. Could be Dismember. She could just be bluffing. She could just be trying to prevent him from doing I think it's just a bluff. I don't think she has anything.
All right, let's take a look at the bobble. A little bit of a wry smile there. And here they come. So the spot is this lethal damage?
No, I think this is 7. So this is Haven's like, okay, if I don't block and Sam does not have a way to kill me right now, Analyst wins the game.
So the question is, without this Analyst, is the game winnable? Having to tap 4 mana to pay for the Pact and then go into a turn, low life total and not much going on.
Yeah, that's what she has to figure out, because that's the thing is, like, you could do the Analyst, you could sack it, like, I guess with Pact Trigger on the stack, float a bunch of mana and pay that way, and then have a bunch of untapped land. Says no, and there it is.
Wow. There's an Urge. That's the win. Sam takes it down. That's a tough match.